So right now I'm in the San Fernando Valley, actually in the city of San Fernando, at the San Fernando Mall, and coincidentally, they filmed a few episodes of Chips right around here, but the reason why I'm here today is to check out a store that I didn't even know existed until a couple of days ago. I got a message from one of my viewers asking if I had ever heard of this store, and indeed I had not. So thank you to Michelle for letting me know that this store exists. Now, this store right here behind me is called 1984 Vintage and Horror Shop. And to me, that sounds like a great combination. You know I love vintage and I love horror and Halloween, so it's gotta be a great store. Now I'm gonna head inside and see what they got going on, and I'm bringing you with me. So, let's go see what we can find. So I'm already seeing some cool stuff just in front of the store. Gizmo Halloween inflatable. And lots of cool old school electronics in the front window. That's a pretty cool open sign right there. Old school hot dog wearing a Kangol hat. Now I just noticed this, and this is awesome. You probably can't see it too well because of the reflection in the glass. But on this boombox, not only does it have a local motion sticker on the top, but it also has a Power 106 Dance Now sticker on the tape deck.
My name is Christina Brunel, and I'm the co-owner of 1984 Vintage and Horror. So the store is a mix of vintage, and it's a mixture of also media. So we like to show people how our old TVs used to work, VHS players. We do DVD rentals. We sell VHS, 80s and horror, of course, only. But I think that if you're into vintage and you're into 80s, a lot of times you are into the old slasher movies. So that's kind of what the clientele that we cater to.
So how long has the store been here?
We opened in March.
Okay, so relatively new store.
Yeah, so it's new.
I'm gonna walk around and take a look at everything, but before I do, is there anything or maybe a few things that are your favorite that you wanna point out?
That's hard. Yeah,
yeah, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can walk with us. I think I love the big Garfield, the oversized Garfield. He's one of my favorite things right now in the shop, just because he's so rare and I haven't seen him like that. And also the little TVs, like I have these around the shop and in our window displays, and I just love them. They're just so cute and so retro and so fun. Also, you know, I think what's the fun part of the store is our video games that you can play for free. So we have this one, which was an actual old machine. We have some new ones, but those are some of my favorite things that I like in the store in particular.
So first thing I noticed, Alf telephone, one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Love it. Now, one of my favorite things is that Max Headroom Coca-Cola ad. I love that so much. I gotta say, that probably is one of the biggest stuffed Garfields I've ever seen. And oh, I just noticed down here, don't know if I've ever seen this. A stuffed Miss Piggy. So I ended up having to cut a lot of the audio that I recorded inside the store because they were blasting 80s music, which is a good thing, just not when you're making a video. And I ended up having a lot of copyright issues. But I did want to point out this cool little VHS section that they have. And they've got a lot of different VHS to choose from. You can see they've got a copy of Goonies in the clamshell box, which is awesome. They also have a lot of different horror, but not just horror. They've got all kinds of different 80s movies. You can see they got a lot of cool titles, and they also have DVDs for rent. So the VHS is for sale, DVDs for rent, $3 for 7 days, which is a pretty good deal. And they've got a lot of different DVDs to choose from. And if you did want to grab a VHS, but you don't have a VCR, well, they've got you covered. I thought it was pretty awesome that they had a framed poster for the movie The Stepfather. You don't hear about that movie too often. Good movie. So when I was a kid, my dad was a beer drinker and he drank Coors, and he had a Coors like painter's cap, but he definitely did not have a knitted Coors visor. This thing is funny. The frame of it is knitted, and then it's got like cardboard. I wonder if somebody made that, if it's one of a kind. It kind of seems like that's homemade. Like, I think that might actually be pieces of a Coors box cut up. And then, yeah, they made a frame for it. Very interesting. And look, it's only $10 for a one-of-a-kind custom hat. And they got a crate down here of laser discs. If you're a laser disc collector, $10. Start things off with T2. Oh, wow. Pretty in pink. Clockwork Orange. Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, I am not a laser disc collector. I've never owned a laser disc, but if you are, they got some cool ones in here. And then a small crate of records next to it. Of course, the price of vinyl is insane right now. Like, let's see, this is a record that would have been like $1 a few years back. And I don't see a price on it, but I doubt it's $1 anymore. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't see a price on that one either. Now, obviously, not everything in here is vintage. They also have some retro stuff like these Back to the Future socks, E.T. socks, Chucky. Got these They Live decorations, which I own a set of those. I highly recommend them. They got some really cool vintage Halloween masks here. Behind glass, you've got to ask if you want to see one of these, because like I said, they are vintage. They've also got quite a few racks of vintage clothing, along with some retro t-shirts. Seems like mostly horror t-shirts, Halloween. What do we got? Faces of Death. Ooh. You know what? I might have to grab that. That's a really cool Lost Boys shirt. That over here. Friday the 13th. Dr. Giggles. I mean, where else can you find a Dr. Giggles shirt? You know, you don't see a lot of those, right? A really cool sleepaway camp shirt. Oh, you know what? I might have to grab that one too. My second favorite vampire movie, right behind Lost Boys, and kind of tied with Near Dark. But yeah, I think Lost Boys, Fright Night, Near Dark. That's a cool shirt. Now I'm gonna guess the clothes that are up on the wall, that those are actually vintage. Elvis Costello. And then I just noticed hanging up from here from the rafters is a VH1 long sleeve. Pretty interesting. They got a pretty cool Bruce Springsteen t-shirt and sweatshirt up here on the wall. And I gotta say, that's a pretty awesome sweatshirt, and I'm not even that big of a Bruce Springsteen fan. They've got some birthday cards here that are made to look like old VHS, blank VHS tapes. The old Kodak tape. And that was that TDK? Forgive me if I have that wrong. Yes, the Licorice Pizza cassette tape crate. I've talked about these many times. Very near and dear to my heart. I still have mine. And this one is full of some vintage cassettes. Belle Biv DeVoe cassette single for Doomy. $8. Again, the price of all this stuff has just kind of skyrocketed. You know, that's something that would have been 50 cents before, but you know, $8 is actually reasonable now with the way prices are. It's pretty wild. By the counter, they've got some 80s air fresheners, Gremlins, E.T., Halloween, and then probably my favorite, They Live. Oh, I like this. Who doesn't need a holographic Robert Smith sticker, right? Got some old vintage t-shirts here. Thrasher magazine. Ooh. 25 bucks. Oh, you know what? This is not too old because it's from the Prince Estate. So. So there it is, 1984 Vintage and Horror Shop. Really cool place, really nice owners. I spent some time standing around and chatting with them about the 80s and about horror stuff. And they love the 80s, they love horror, they know what they're talking about, so they actually know about the stuff that they have in their shop. I definitely recommend coming by and checking this place out. I ended up picking up a few things. I got these really cool stickers, this Prince sticker, and this Robert Smith sticker, and even better, I ended up getting the Licorice Pizza tape crate, and it's in really good shape. Like, you know, I've shown, I already have one of these, but this one's really clean. I'm really excited about this. So yeah, glad I came down and checked out this place. Again, thank you to Michelle for letting me know that this place exists. If you're in the area, come by, check it out, say hi to the owners, really nice people. I think you're gonna dig the shop. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.